What is a world that works for all? More and more these days, you hear people talking about creating a world that works for everyone. And although most of us tend to agree with that sentiment, do we ever stop to wonder what that phrase really means? What does it mean to you? Hi, Mark Gilbert here, and in this video, I want to offer you my take on a world that works for all. I offer it not to tell you what to believe, but to give you some food for thought so you can make up your own mind about what such a world looks like. Now, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I'm a minister with the Centers for Spiritual Living. As a spiritual organization, they have as their vision to create a world that works for everyone. Yet more and more, I'm hearing that phrase stated by others, including recently some politicians running for president. However, if you ask folks in CSL and elsewhere what that phrase or that vision means, I suspect you'll get a lot of different answers, although probably they have a lot of common themes. In describing such a world, Dr. Ken Gordon, who's the current spiritual leader of CSL, as a part of his description of a world that works for all, frequently offers words like opening people to their spiritual magnificence. Now, I like that, but it does open you to interpreting that phrase, spiritual magnificence. What does that mean? For me, one grows or opens into their spiritual magnificence. It's when they have grown and evolved into their spiritual truth, that they recognize who they are from a spiritual or internal sense. And then they're showing up in the world, living from that wisdom. I like that sense of growing into our spiritual magnificence, and it relates to what such a world means to me. So here's my take on the characteristics of a world that works for all. And this has become an integral part of what I believe and teach, and underlies a lot of the videos here. Simply stated, a world that works for all is one where every human, with no exceptions, has available to them the means to meet all of their basic needs, which allows them to be free to the possibility to pursue the higher needs of self-actualization and transcendence. To relate that to Maslow's hierarchy, which some of our videos are about, everyone should have access to means to meet their physiological, safety, security, love and belongingness, and self-esteem needs. But per Maslow's theory, one who's had these lower needs, or what he terms deficiency needs, met, if they have them met, it frees up their time and focus to allow them to pursue higher needs. And it is in these higher needs where one can truly live, focused on their life purpose, their calling, their divine urge, to do and be the things that they came here to be in this lifetime. And with this, it allows them to pursue the deeper questions of meaning as to why we're here, to consider the greater life that extends beyond them as an individual, and to experience a more personal connection to the greater interconnected world of all. Maslow said that at these higher levels, what he called being needs, one's driven not by lack or deficiency, but rather by a sense of fullness, where we wish to give of ourselves in service to the greater good of all. So in my sense, a world that works for all allows each and every one of us the opportunity to evolve into a focus on these higher and broader issues. However, let me elaborate on a couple of key points here. First, I believe that everyone arrived here with a life purpose, something we're supposed to do or be or learn during this lifetime to continue our growth and evolution on the soul level. Although I certainly believe we may choose certain life experiences that are full of personal challenges so as to learn and grow through these particular challenges, I also believe that individually and collectively we're evolving such that the time will come when these difficult paths to learning will be transcended. Therefore, by creating a world where access to basic needs can be met, opens the door for more and more people to live their calling, be on purpose, and potentially choose as a natural course a life of service. My second point I want to add is that each of us is still given the right to free will choice. Even if we are born into a world where there is the opportunity to easily meet our basic needs, we still have the choice to struggle and learn the lessons that accompany a sense of lack, scarcity, and so on. Having our basic needs met doesn't mean forcing people to have them met. It simply means setting up the human systems that allow one to meet their needs if they choose to do so. Of course, the vast majority would choose the path that allows them to move beyond surviving and into thriving. Most people would seek to evolve into a path of self-actualization, seeking meaning, understanding their role in the interconnected web of life, and in that understanding, seek to serve the greater good. Can you imagine a life where almost everyone is living on purpose and seeking to be of service to humanity and the world? If you can, then you're getting a glimpse of what my idea of a world that works for all looks like. But again, this is my vision. What's yours? Love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think. Till next time.